What the heck is going on, guys? I got me a little project, so to speak, going on out here in the lab this morning. I've got my Lesco spreader taken apart here. I got to change out the fertilizer spreader platter thing. The part ain't but about 10 bucks from Site Zero, and I ain't never taken this thing apart before. I had to call for some help, but I think I got it figured out. Well, I've got it taken apart, obviously, but let me see if I can show this. You know, the axle goes through this gear drive. It's got a pin that goes through right there and through the axle that turns the gear drive, which in turn turns the platter, turns the agitator and the hopper. But I was having trouble figuring out what to do to get started. So there's a pin in your drive wheel on this side, a cotter pin right there. There's the cotter pin. We'll do the reverse to put it back together so you can see. But you pull your cotter pin out, take your drive wheel off. There's a retaining washer on that with an Allen key in it, like this one on this side. Where's my finger? Right there. There's an Allen key in it, or Allen bolt in it. You loosen that up, take it off, and you loosen the one up on the other side. Take your pin out of the gearbox, and the whole axle will slide over. Then the gearbox will come out with the impeller on it. My impeller was pretty corroded on. It's got a roll pin in it, and you should be able just to knock that out with a hammer and a punch. Could not do it. So I broke the impeller all off of it so I could get a good look at the pin. I broke all the plastic part off and I just had the pin out, and it was corroded in there so bad I ended up being able to hose it down with some PB Blaster and finally get it beat out of there. But here we are, back to the start. I'm going to grease this up a little bit so maybe I won't have a problem next time. And we're going to put the impeller on it and put it back together. Maybe give you some idea of how you can do this to yours. But my impeller was just shot to heck. And I'll show you some. Well, I beat it all to crap now and threw it away in little bitty pieces. But I'll show you on the new one what was wore out on the old one, if that makes any sense. Stay tuned. What's going on, guys? It's Master Horticulturalist and YouTube superstar Paul Outlaw here. I got like 15 subscribers. You can't mess with me. It's just exciting for the people at home, I'm sure. Nobody watches this crap anyway. I can do it. I can do this. Okay, of course they put their sticker with the SKU on it right there in the business part of the spreader. I guess I could get a little diligent to try to get that off, but I'm not that crazy concerned about it. I'll put a little grease on this thing to hopefully. Man, I might need to sand this thing. It's so crotchety. Of course, the fin side's gonna be up. Oh, this thing's not gonna go on very smooth. There's a hole in this that I'm never gonna get lined up with it being stuck on here this much. Ha! Might need to rethink this. How on earth am I gonna get that hole lined up? Crap. Find a hole punch. Ah, I got it. Just took the puncheroo thing there and lined it up. Oh damn, now I gotta find that pin. Oh, this is so easy handling these little parts. I love it. I have to edit the crap out of this. Actually, it was not awful. It was terrible to get it out of there. All right, in business. See how the hole on the top here is offset? Makes it wobble back and forth, and that's what shakes the agitator. And on my old one, this part was wore off, as well as the fins that toss the product. There's no telling how much fertilizer my old one has slung through it. All right, we'll see if I can get us a good camera angle here to, I want to get my nice koozie dirty. To put this thing back together. And it does have this handy thing. It's this front of spreader. So I'm assuming we want that at the front of spreader. Okay, I actually have my corn pod mounted directly to the prop up part on the spreader. The part where it rests if you set it down. Okay, I'm standing at the front of the spreader. The spreader's upside down on a workbench. So I'm gonna put my arrow to front of spreader. Put that in the hole there. Add up. And all this is just gonna simply slide back through, right? Right. Oh, I've gotta put part in. That's one of those lock washers with the Allen key. Semper Force gloves come in great for this job. It's a little greasy. Wow, this thing wore the hell out. Some craw-do on here, that's for sure. Alright, all that looks to be back in order. I'm going to put our wheel back on and see if I can get this cotter pin back in. There's a washer that goes on, flat washer. I don't know if that made the camera angle or not. Wheel goes back on. Punch again, find my hose. Is that making it in? I mean, I know this is riveting. I'm not getting it in, and I can't touch the phone because I'm greasy. Alright, see how that's like that? Probably not gonna get back through the hole. I'm gonna try to straighten this out with a little metal persuasion and see if I can get it flat enough to get back in the hole. Alright. Anyway, we'll get this pin back through here eventually, and then I'll turn this thing back on. Okay, there's another pin that goes right through here. The pin that comes on these things is another, what do you call them, push pin thing, roll pin. And they break, they're very small. Get you one of these. This is the, this is like a cotter pin that'll hold your pin that holds like a Reese hitch in place or something. It fits through the hole. It's a lot more heavy duty and it won't break off. I just gotta find the hole. which should be simple. So that locks on there like that. So I can get it. Yeah. This camera work is great. You see it? There it is in the hole. Alright, now these two here, you gotta get them pressed up against the outside. This is like a lock washer kind of deal with a Allen bolt on it. Screw them back in place. There you go. Business, it looks like. All right. So remember, there's a cotter pin in this drive tire, and you can tell it's the drive tire because you turn it and it makes the thing spin. If you turn the other one, nothing happens. So find the drive tire. It's got the inside cotter pin. Pull that out. Undo your lock ring, your Allen key lock rings on these two right here. Take your pin out. If you ever break one of these pins, very easy to replace it with like this trailer hitch style cotter pin I put in it. And there we go, we're back in business. Simple force. Simple force. You know, these things got some grease zerks right here too. I just greased it the other day, so but it's probably every time you wash it off, you'll want to hit them grease zerks just to see a little grease come out. There's a little ejection port in them about right there. You know, start shooting a little grease out. You don't want to over grease them, but just to push the old stuff out. You need water. But man, this thing ought to be ready for another 10,000 miles now. All right, I still got it upside down, but I want to show you on one of these things here. I don't know if you can see it, it's so dark in here, but this, or with my bad camera work, I can't see what I'm doing, but anyway, I hope I got it. But remember how I showed you how the hole was offset? This little thing here has little walls on it that go over, and see how it moves that back and forth. That moves your agitator in the hopper. Agitator. Okay, so there you go. That's the agitator down there. You can see how it, well, I don't have much running room in here, but it goes back and forth when you roll it. I got some other kinds of spreaders. There's a 100-pound Earthway right there. That one does okay. And I got that big toe behind. But this thing right here is heavy duty. And I like the way it puts out. This is what I use most of the time. One of these is pretty much to me the Cadillac of a push spreader. But there you go. I couldn't find any videos on how to replace that wheel right there, the spinning platter. But I hope that helped. I know it wasn't a great camera work, but kind of give you the idea anyway.